Hey, it's Fayd. This is going to be a tutorial on like progression, I guess, and what you want to farm, what tier, and why I think that the normal advice you get is completely horrible. And that advice is go Drask-Nayzaga. I had this perfect video recorded before this where I just first try clicked patrol and I got into a Nayzaga queue with a guy wearing Drask armor, and I told the story of Mazen's 5507, the player who got really bad advice and ended up rage quitting the game because of this unfortunate series of events that, he was about to come upon. Sadly, I forgot to click the record button because I've never really done YouTube before, and I make mistakes like that sometimes. Anyways, even though that was an amazing story, I'm not going to retell it. Basically, what's going to happen if you do the Drask-Nayzaga progression, which if you know what I'm talking about, then you've been told about it before, so I'm not going to explain it further for people that don't, because you shouldn't do it. But if you do the Drask-Nayzaga progression, you're going to get stuck on Pangar. It's a frost behemoth, and Nayzaga armor is weak to frost. So unless you really want to get carried and don't plan on doing anything yourself, it's not a good choice. Same with Stormclaw, because it's weak to Hellion, and you're going to get stuck on Hellion. Just end of story. Not a good option for you. Now, my suggested progression is Tier 1. I mean, obviously, you're going to use Training Armor, right? Tier 2, don't make Charog armor, because it's weak to Frost, and you're going to have to fight a Scrave in Tier 3. You want to make anything but. Just a mishmash of all the gear is fine. Just not Charog, okay? You're going to regret that decision. In Tier 3, I would suggest Ragetail Gnasher. Not anything else. Moonreaver is totally fine, but it's hard. There's a meme about Genesis. They're like supposedly, the highest skilled guild or whatever in the game, and their like rank A Slayer test is to solo a Moonreaver in tier appropriate gear, which I mean I think is hilarious that they actually anyway. I'm not here to bash anybody, but yeah, Moonreaver's not fun. And Ragetail is pretty easy, the gear's good, and you can do Shroud in Ragetail if you really want to. Aw, don't hit me? Okay. So yeah, farm your Ragetail, and wow, I was lucky. After you farmed your Ragetail, you get to Tier 4. You can either go straight to your quests, or you can start farming like a Deadeye Quill Shot, as this amazing person is. I just clicked Patrol and they were doing Deadeye, and I was so happy. But the other option is to do Karabak. Deadeye is better for pikes and chain blades. Karabak is better for anything else, so hammer, axe, sword. You can just do Deadeye instead if you're having some trouble, and use hammer, axe, and sword and Deadeye armor. It's not too bad. And as I said, you can I got it. You can also just stick to Ragetail. That's totally fine if you're doing well already. But if you stick with Ragetail and get to Shroud, props. Like, I know people that have done it. It's possible. Just props though, for real. That's pretty much all I have to say. As far as weapons are concerned, you can make anything that looks cool. If you are using one that's, bad against the boss that you're fighting, you'll suffer a little bit, but it's not a huge deal, to be looking awesome. So just make it. Have fun. Since I'm being mean about the Zaga Drask stuff anyways. That should be about it. I hope this was helpful. Oh, one more thing. If anybody's like feeling, weaker in Shroud because they don't have Shroud armor or something, Karabak armor is only 5 less per piece than Shroud is when Karabak is maxed and Shroud is maxed. Maxed out Karabak is the same as starting Shroud at 90, okay? 90 resistance per piece. The only difference is the Umbral resistance, which is a bit of a big deal, but it's not anything crazy. So And deadeye is lower than that, but it has, reasons. It has other bonuses that impact your gameplay. Uh, so yeah, perfectly possible to do Shroud with any of that. Those 3 sets. Ragetail obviously harder. I hope this was helpful. I'm gonna finish this hunt, but cut off the clip here because you don't want to waste your time. Figured I'd help this guy get his deadeye armor because he is properly progressing. See ya.